Right, so can you see my screen?
Yes, I can.
Yeah.
USD card weekly chart.
Yeah, so we're gonna just quickly go over the indicator um and talk about magic lines. So we have our indicator which is optimized to different time frames and adjusts automatically depending on which time frame we are viewing. Um, so first of all, let's talk about the principle of trade entry um, using a single time frame. And what I was going to say about that is our indicator gives us a clear directional bias via color of one of our magic lines, either blue for buy or red for sell. And then we have our second magic line, which gives us another direction if we're above or below it. Which combine together to make like a double confluence. And then we have a visual confluence down below with our oscillator. Um, if we're blue above, then we're bullish. If we're red below, then bearish. We have our current pair that we're viewing down here in the table. We have a pair, the cycle color. How many days since that anchor point low and the distance from our current entry line that's automatically produced by the indicator here in average daily range. So ADR is average daily range, and for this pair, it is 67 pips. And the total range for yesterday, I think, was 37 pips. Yes, Connie. Yeah, in a little while I'm doing it on the computer. All right. So yeah, it does a lot for you. And then obviously up here, whilst we're viewing the weekly time frame, we also get our pairs that are selected on this indicator displayed with our cycles for our convenience. We can look for ones that we might want to trade and go and look at them. Um, but one of the things I wanted to ask you about was say if we are bullish on a higher time frame but bearish in a lower time frame, is it more a fact that we just follow the one time frame we're in, or we probably retracing into an entry point of the higher time frame for a continuation? If that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. For people that look at multiple time frames and do um, kind of top-down analysis,
Yeah,
they would want to get out of the trade.
in the
But for
pullback.
people that on the pullback, and it has its own advantages because it's money in the bag. Basically, you've secured your
Yeah,
profits. But for people that some other traders also trade on a particular time frame, they get their entries, they get their stop loss and take profit. So for those traders, they would care less about what is happening in the lower time frames. Now that has its own advantage because it removes panic, it removes fear. Because if you see the setup on a higher time frame, for example, on the weekly chart, we see a lot of um, resistance here. So if price actually breaks through those resistances, then we are certain that we're going to go higher. Maybe it's going to come back and do a test and all of that before it pumps higher. So we have everything that we need here. So I would care less about what's happening on the 5 minutes chart or a 10 minutes chart because I've already seen the setup on the higher time frame. So it all depends. For traders that like to look at lower time frames and the ones that want to see confluence, but a lot of things are happening in the market now. Things are changing quickly. The market is quite volatile. So um, I would say that yeah, you trying to look through the different time frames might not really be so much effective as of now because you can get within a week, you can get prices go up, come down, so the trend is kind of funny because of the wars and a lot of fundamentals that are happening.
The other
So it
thing,
actually depends on, yeah.
the other thing as well is you can adjust your targets according to the time frame that you're trading. And if you're willing to be more patient and hold it out for a bit longer, than the higher time frames are going to keep pumping for longer because obviously they've got a lot more momentum behind them. You could follow the lower time frames, which may well be a pullback in the higher time frames, but you could adjust your take profit and stuff accordingly.
Yeah, yeah,
If you
that's
want.
another thing.
Yeah,
Because if you've also gone into a little bit of profits and you are seeing some pullbacks in the lower time frame, you
yeah,
can secure your trade, you can take partials and just hold the rest off. That's what I would do.
yeah.
That's what I
So
would do basically. Or if I see I'm getting into a major resistance or a major level, I'll probably just secure my profit. Yeah.
so our signals are quite well confirmed, aren't they, with this system because we've got the multiple confluences and even the candles are a bit more filtered than the standard candles that you'd see on a normal chart.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um,
Yeah, with the candles in itself, you can even decide on like if you look to your left, you see the long wicks on those candles
yeah, pushing
to
up.
your left, extreme left. Yeah. No, I
Yeah.
mean to your extreme
Over
left.
here.
Yeah, at the top.
Oh,
Yeah, at the top.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so those weeks already give you signs of what's about to happen. So you can also use that as a sign to really get out of the trades,
Yeah.
having pushed up, a whole lot.
Like if we clear above those, then we know we're probably good to keep going up. We close above
Yeah,
this
yeah, yeah.
area here. Yeah. So yeah, it's
Which has actually happened technically.
yeah, it has here.
That's
The
It has
most
happened and it came back to test that line. So probably by tomorrow it's to start pumping higher because it has given us a test back on that. So it's like resistance becoming support basically.
but if we trade with good risk management and accept the odd loss here and there, then it can be a really good system to trade, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, excellent. So yeah, it's everything's nice and clear as well, isn't it? It's very simple and there's not too many rules. Um yeah, so it's just basically like buy, hold, exit, sell, whatever the direction comes up next. And just
Yeah.
use a few you can be a little bit picky. If you get several pairs that look good, then choose the one that has the best price action maybe, or filter them out a little bit, but most of the work is done for you now.
Yeah. I think I particularly like the 4 hour chart and the 30 minutes. I try
Yeah,
to do a lot of back tests. I think the 4 hour looks pretty good,
yeah,
and the for especially for a swing trader, but
yeah.
for an intraday trader, the 30 minutes, 15 minutes, 5 minutes are also really nice.
How long do you find you hold your trades for with these? Is it days, weeks, hours? Or does it depend on the time frame?
Uh, yeah, it depends on the time period. If I take it on the 4 hour, I can hold it for weeks. But if I take it on the 30 minutes maximum, I'll close out within that week. Except it's a trade I take maybe on. I took some trades on Friday, so I'm still holding
Yeah.
platinum and silver. I'm still holding them. But if I take it at the beginning of the week, I want to close out at the end of the week.
Have you
Except
found
it's crypto that
have
I
you
can hold.
yeah. Have you found that this system works well with BTMM as well, or would you just trade on its own? Or either?
Yeah, it works. It works similar.
Yeah.
it works similar. So I can trade on his on I can trade it on his own, but if I just want to have an extra confirmation, you could still use the BTMM techniques, because having used it over time is something that you can even spot easily on the chart. So
Yeah,
it's along the line of BTM. It's not far from it. So yeah.
yeah, and we tried to make a familiar kind of look to BTMM with the anchor point highs and lows as well, didn't we?
Yes.
Yeah, so we kind of kept that in the system as we designed it and tried to make everything nice and easy to read and understand. Less rules and more clarity for our students and traders.
Yeah, and I like the fact that the anchor point is clear. You can see it, but
Yeah.
in the other one, you have to scroll back, to start looking for the peak formation. But here you can actually see it, right before, you know, the other magic lines, the stop loss entry. So it's very visible,
And
and you can
also
gauge the distance between them.
we also have these highs and pivot highs and lows, don't we?
Yes,
Um,
yes, those ones also help a whole lot.
yeah. One sec. Murray, I'm just busy for a couple of minutes. Don't shout. Don't shout. Don't care. Give me 10 minutes and I'll be with you. No, I'll be within 10 minutes. I don't care. I'll be within 10 minutes. Yeah, she'll have to wait a minute. Well, she'll have to wait a minute because I'm doing something at the moment. I don't care either. Right, one sec. One sec.
You're muted. I can't hear you. You are muted. I'm not hearing you.
Didn't we say that the highs and lows have some Elliott wave principles built into them as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
we're able to see the swings. Yeah.
yeah. So it's nice when we have a swing high point and an anchor point together. Those
Yeah.
can also give extra strength to these. Um, and when we be putting together like a PDF of how to use this indicator, and there'll also be some rules for re-entry as well on pullbacks that we can provide in the document.
Yeah. And then for people that, of course, that like the top-down analysis, once they see the pullback or reverse directions in the lower time frames, they could get out early. But for
Yeah,
people that have the mind to hold on to their trades, then they could just follow the time frame the way it is and
yeah.
then get out. Yeah.
It's also a really nice system for using if you are basing your trading around work and that as well, because it doesn't take a
Yeah.
lot of time. You might need to check it
No,
once or
because
twice a day.
yeah. Yeah, and that's what I really like about. That's what I really, that's what I really like about your systems. Basically, it's like set and forget. If you look at all the systems you've created,
Yeah,
it really gives you time to get in the trade and come out, with ease. You don't
yeah,
have to stay on the charts. Two things can happen. You either hit your profits or you hit a loss. So there's no too much of emotions attached to it. So it removes that emotional angle. That's what I really, like about. That's what I
yeah.
like about it.
I like the thing about this system
And then
is that it's so
the stop loss you give, the stop loss margin that you also give, also allows um allows it to be kind of difficult to hit the stop loss because there's a lot of room. Most time the trade just goes straight into profit, ADR 1, 2, 3, and then
Yeah.
you rarely have the stop loss hit, maybe
Yeah.
one or two occasions, but it's very rare. So
Yeah.
that's a good room for price to breathe. I think that's one high point of it. And then it's adjustable to whatever
Yeah.
method suits you, which I think is also
Yeah.
nice.
I like the fact that this method is so clear with so few rules, but it also has strong confluences. The other systems are made for such a broad spectrum of traders, which allows them to tailor it to their own needs if they trade those two methodologies. But this one is just pure, simple buy, sell, buy, sell. It's easy.
Yeah.
So I think that's nice. So yeah, that will do for the like introduction to it. We've also made in some alerts in the panels that will be sent to your phone via the TradingView app. And also we're gonna get these made in MT4 and MT5 as well as we speak. So yeah, if anyone's interested in getting connected on this system, then you can contact me or Ken, and Ken will get in contact with me. And you can either take it as a monthly subscription, or we'll offer you like a 2-year package at a fixed price. Um, there'll be probably quite a few active traders on this system posting analysis throughout the week, and we'll have some documents to accompany it as well. Thanks for working with me on this, to Ken, and thanks for joining me tonight. And yeah, we'll probably be back on again soon.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Cheers, mate. See you later.
Yeah.
Bye. Bye, Ken.
Bye.
Bye, bye, bye. Let me just end the recording.